See this beauty online marketplace, and I get to look and I recognize that immediately because of this beauty. 1850 to 1870. It's a mustard mug, original lid. Looking at those is super pointy, but what caught my attention is how little that finial was. The fact it had a spot for a spoon, and then when I look it up, like the ridges on that, and you see, hobnail isn't usually on the bottom of things. Like, I'm familiar with like Fenton. Here, I have Fenton. Well, bam. Look, no hobnail on the bottom. Normally not on the bottom. So I get to look in at that mug. I paid like $10 for it, I think. I just paid $20 for that set, but you see, it's purple, like purple gray. Manganese is in the content, which was used to clarify glass. You know, 30s, 40s, 50s clear. I've got some in the 70s with manganese, but in the sun, it'll turn purple like that. But this, that's just as old. 1890. That's Model Flint. Flint does not turn purple. Oh yeah. So immediately looking at this, I see the colonial look here going on. I see the pointy hobnail, almost like stars up there. Then I saw the top. I thought, yeah, okay. I'm going to count the rings. 10, 12. I said, ooh, 12. So I get on a Google and I look up early American pattern glass. I put in hobnail, decanter, stemware. Normally it pulls up a lot of different dewdrop patterns. A lot of makers made that pattern. It's been made for a very long time. It's cannonball look. That's where jadeite, Imperial, Candlewick, made by Moser, came from. That's cannonballs. That's Imperial Waverly. Same pattern, different color though. And that's cool. It looks like an egg cup almost, or like one of those eye wash cups. But yeah, so I get to looking. There is 4 seam lines. You see those lines right there? And the fact that this here has such detail too. And then get to looking at the stem. Looks like it's applied, but it kind of looks like it's all one also. And look at the bottom. There's 4. Air bubbles? Yeah, air bubbles. Wow. Okay. Then I see how pointy these are. Even the seam line goes down, those dewdrops. See that? That's crazy. Normally, never see that. And then get to look in here. This is one thing I look for. Air bubbles in the glass. See that? Ain't that funky? That's funky. Then get to looking up here. And if you have it in hand, look for that triangle. I normally look for those. I see how it's snapped off on the bottom. You'll see damage on the bottom because they did the mold and then would have extra glass at the end and just snap it off normally. Heat it and snap it. But yeah, even air bubbles in that. Woohoo, delicate. I normally put like paper towel in there just so it don't get stuck. I will not be using this. Just collecting it. I'm probably going to resell. But I don't know. I might just keep it with my little mustard mug. Put it right here. And someone asked me, what goes on those L.E. Smith keyhole drink trays? Guess what? These little stemware do. They're cordials. And just to measure, I'm going to get out my measuring tape. Look how little these things are. About 4 inches, 3 7/8. Decanter is about 9 inches with the stopper. And since there's been a few makers, I get on the early American pattern glass and it says to count the rows here on the handle and count the rows here. They made different decanter sizes. They even made cologne bottles. Not a lot of items made, like plates and stuff, but definitely on this so far, the decanters have been found, and now the cordial set. Ah, lovely, lovely. You would think these are the same maker, but they're not. Model Flint, 1890. E.A.P.G Beatty, 1850. Gorgeous, huh?